حياكم to another episode of Mr. Muwater. Today I'm filming with my phone because I have something really special and I did not anticipate to be filming this car today. I'm actually in one of the rarest and most luxurious, most expensive, highest budgets showrooms you will ever see in the world, not just in Dubai. We have a great, huge, humongous collection. I don't know where to start. You have the GT3 RS, you have the likes of the AMG GT Black Series, not just one, not just two. There are 4 on display over here. SLs, Maybachs, Bentleys, GT2 RS. I think every car, every rare car, they have at least 2 of them. So if you ever come here, you'll have options no matter what the car you want is. Like even the SLS, 2 very pristine condition SLS vehicles. And this is another Black Series, but of course this is the special and rarer edition because it comes with that livery. And this is only possible to get if you have ordered or bought the Project One. And you see how it has the front splitter extended. So I would expect this has a few miles on it. But I feel black suits this car best. It's the most Batman-like specification. And there are so many Batman vehicles here. I'll show you in a bit. But let's see what I'm actually here for. Now I need you to use your imagination. Imagine a G-Class, a G63. And imagine removing all doors. Imagine reducing the weight by 500 kilograms. Good that we have a G-Class here on display so we can imagine better. So after removing all the doors, lifting it almost 20 inch off the ground, increasing the capacity of the engine to 4.4, 4.5 liters, replacing turbochargers, increasing power to 900 horsepower, even changing the chassis. Imagine all that finished in carbon fiber. What do you get? You will get a monster. You will think, who would do this madness? And the only company that would actually do this madness has to be Brabus. And we're here to the fun side. This is where the big boys' toys are. All supercars, hypercars, rare cars like the Ford GT. And what did I tell you? I told you not only one, they have 2 of almost everything. So they're in the back, which I'll show you in a bit, in a green color. Pagani Huayra Roadster in a very nice finish. But something you probably haven't seen anywhere in the world is this SLR. This is the SLR Crown Edition. You will see gold bits, and this car is fitted with some of the bits from the SLR 722. It's a rare edition. You can see the letters inside. I think Mani hasn't seen this. As soon as Mani sees this, he's gonna wanna come and buy it. And a little nice detail with the carbon spoiler. 2 GTSs, 2 765s, everything comes in pairs except for this monster, this beast. Even they can't get this in pairs. This is so rare. But before I forget, the green Speedtail I promised to show you. Sorry, I think the sun angle doesn't show the color well. It shows better from this side. Very sleek. And you don't actually understand or comprehend how long this car is until you come and see it in person. It's really long. I hope he has a rear view camera that works. Oh, and I forgot about this Cyan Batmobile, which is also one of 63. This is where the new Aventador replacement, the new Revuelto, has its taillights inspired from. My favorite bit or part is the engine bay, the way it's exposed. But this is the monster I'm here to show you. Now this has been transformed so much. The only thing that will show you G-Class is I think the front end lights, and that's about it. Everything else is changed. The full body is carbon fiber. You can even see how the carbon fiber is uneven, how it warps in one direction just to get this complex curvature. Keep in mind, this is all one piece of carbon fiber, and it must be a very difficult job. So you'll see all the corners, how the weave is uneven, which is, I think, nice. I think it adds to the beauty of the car. The imperfections is what beautifies this handmade carbon fiber. Now this is all you see locked, so usually you have the G-Class joint over here, but instead it doesn't open. This is where the mounts are, or the openings are, and the entire front clamshell opens as one piece. Now you have venting all over for this beast of an engine. I don't know why they have skid plates. I mean, this can go over anything. I can literally sit underneath the car. Almost more than 20 inch of ground clearance. So more ground clearance than the G500 squared. And this has portal axles. So it's not the same portal axles from the squared. It's Brabus's own portal axles. Like, I'm sure they have taken them from one of their suppliers. And look at the suspension. This is all adjustable. Can be controlled from here. And you'll notice that Class A surfaces are carbon fiber. However, inner surfaces or Class B surfaces are all Kevlar. Just to keep the weight down and to keep the cost a little bit down. In case you need to repair them, it'll be much easier to repair or replace. And of course, cheaper. Look at the control arms, how massive they are. Everything is solidified, and you will even notice that the chassis is different. This no longer has the chassis of the G-Class. Brabus made their own tubular frame chassis, which runs underneath the car fully in red, and this chassis even continues over the car. So think of it as a skeleton, and everything is mounted to this skeleton. Now the body is fully carbon. You have huge, massive vents over here. It basically opens, or gaps rather than vents. Carbon fiber weave. The craftsmanship is really nice. I mean, this is not easy at all to achieve. Like, even small details you can see here are carbon fiber. And coming to the rear end, I think this is another thing that is also still from the G-Class, the taillights. These are bits that are still shared. Even the Brabus logo, the branding, everything is carbon fiber. Now they have changed it so much that the fuel tank or fuel filler is no longer on the side, because they removed the body and put those mud guards. So you fill the fuel from the back of the car. 900 Crawler. And look at this tubular frame, how it continues, and it mounts the rear tire. So they made sure this tire is mounted strongly in place, because of course you cannot mount to the carbon fiber. Even the seats and the chairs and everything is directly linked to this frame. You see how the harnesses, the 4-point harnesses are here, and these seats are carbon fiber from Recaro. Now the flooring is carbon fiber, but where you put your feet, sheet metal, and this is where the passenger needs to hold on and support himself. He needs this stepping pedal. Now you're gonna ask, where is storage? Because all storage is removed. The only places you have storage is inside the carbon, in this place, and for the driver in the same area. That's the only storage you have. This is a screen for the passenger. And the buttons which remain here are the important buttons. You even have headphone buttons, custom-made headphone buttons, because of how loud this is and because you don't have a windscreen. So you can only speak to other passengers through these headphones, which you can connect. Like, even the grill and the blades are carbon fiber. The only thing that has remained from the G-Class, I think, is the steering wheel and the screen. Everything else is different. Even steering pedals are carbon fiber. You have a kill switch over here, which is very important for the battery. And all the switches which were removed from the central area have been moved to this control. So this also has the diff locks, which are still from the G-Class, and the engine start and the handbrake. Everything else is almost fully exposed. And a lovely detail running through the carbon fiber here to protect the front passengers and to connect with the roll cage. Now keep in mind, this is not street legal. You can only use this as a buggy off-road. So you're gonna be paying this amount for a buggy. Brabus added a rear wing. I almost didn't see it because of how high it is. And I'm 183, so I don't think I'm short. The roof is fully carbon, as you can see. And passengers have their own AC vents. So every passenger has 2 vents facing him. This is needed somewhere like Dubai. And if you look at the front, this is actually where the air comes in for the aircon. This feeds actual functional air into the AC vents. Love how everything is exposed, so you can see the fuel tank Sitting over here, you can see how the links, the suspension links, mount to the chassis, to the tubular frame, and all the links are different to what you see on the G-Class. And even you have a skid plate for the rear. I mean, what kind of rock will reach this high? And this is where you adjust the rear suspension from. A little bit easier than the front suspension. You can see clearly the portal axles in the back. These are beadlock rims. And if you're curious, these are 20-inch wheels. And to be able to afford this monster, you're gonna need 20-inch deep pockets. This will easily exceed $1 million in the UAE. And this is where the car is displayed at. And a nice detail is this mirror. You can see how curved it is. This is not only for the driver, this also functions for the passengers. So everyone can use the central mirror. Let's take a listen to the exhaust of the car. You can see it's a process to get in. It's quite high.